Hello everyone. So I wanted to hop on here really quick and just kind of talk about why my channel's changed. I know it's not people going, "Oh, you're impersonating a police officer, so you're hiding it, you're covering it up." No, all my videos are going to stay up because I think that that's one of those things I should keep on the channel, and I think I will. But it's one of those ones that I kind of want to talk about, just because I think it is one of those things that needs to be addressed. So overall, nothing really different has changed my loadout, I suppose, apart from obviously it's changing themes a little. So I've switched to an M4 platform, and I'll kind of go over that in a new video in a second. But I want to kind of just explain why I've changed it. So obviously in Airsoft, a lot of people change the loadouts quite frequently. Some people obviously start out not knowing what they want to do, and then they go to something completely different. I still want to do the Armed Police loadout. I think it is super fun, and I think it really does help relations with certain people. Obviously, you get to know a lot of people who are either in the police as well, or they know police as well, and they have a good relationship with them. So just being able to have a laugh with the knowledge, at least I have, of police and policing itself, you kind of get to know all of that as a whole. And you can speak to police, and you can speak with people that know the police as well, and you can have a laugh with them. They respect the loadout because they, again, just a bit of fun and all of that. So yeah, it's just one of those things that I think was a really fun and enjoyable part of the community. Now, it goes without saying, there's going to be a lot of haters that don't like the police, and then because they don't like the police, they then go ahead and go to the people that like to, just have a bit of a dress up, just have a bit of fun. And they go, "Oh, you're impersonating." Well, I'm not. And so I had a lovely trilogy on my TikTok, which you can go watch now because it might get taken down because TikTok doesn't like 3-minute videos of you showing off an airsoft setup. Fuck you, TikTok, by the way. But yeah, I had a slew of videos of people. The first video was me replying to one of the comments on the community relations officer from Bristol Police being tased. One of the funniest videos I know, and it's one of the funniest quotes. Just, "All right, you've been tasered," like just randomly out of nowhere. I'll just say it because I think it's funny, and I know what it means, and some of you might know. If you want to go watch the video, then you'll go and actually understand it. And so I replied to the video on that, and there was a lot of people going, "Oh, this guy's breaking Section 90 of the Police Act." So the Police Act outlines on Section 90 that a person, obviously, it's an impersonation of a police officer charge. And one of the sections outlines articles of clothing issued by police or similar to those issued. And I've also kind of spoken at length with Cambridgeshire Police about this because of the situation. I spoke for them within about an hour, and we kind of chatted about what was legal and what wasn't, and you got to know it, and luckily within everything I was within the law. So obviously the things that would obviously go without saying are anything that identifies yourself as a part of a specific police force. So if I had CAMS police written like on a thing here or anything like that, again, that would be something that would get, if I had an actual identifier used by the police as an actual, or like of an actual officer at least, to my knowledge, then obviously again that would also be something. But even going as far as obviously making sure that there's click fast attachments on my thing, making sure I've got the proper radio, making sure that I've got the proper body cam, whether it be Axon or Reveal, because both of those are ones that Cambridgeshire Police use, making sure that I've got the Battenberg hat, making sure that, I'm getting all these things which are basically 100% true to spec. And I kind of outlined everything, and I spoke to them at length, and they said to me, one, as long as you're on private property, it's not really anything too different. If they ask you and you say you're not a police officer, that's not breaking the law. So again, that kind of covered me anyway. and 2, it was obviously making sure that I didn't have things like parva spray or imitation parva spray. So getting that identification spray, you know, using that as parva, like, no. So I didn't do anything like that. The most I had on there was a body cam, which was bought off of Amazon, which is about this big, and some TCH handcuffs, which anyone can buy. Security can buy them, anyone can buy them. Obviously, I had a police patch that said ARV on it, and a fictional call sign, but again, I wasn't claiming to be a part of any police force, nor am I a part of any police force. And so that kind of turned it a little bit for me. I still will go out and obviously play airsoft like that, obviously still on a private field, and I'm not a police officer. Again, I'll say that again and again and again, I'm not a police officer. But I think at the point of where I am in airsoft, I've just got my Yukara as well. I didn't want to just go out and buy another G36. Obviously, you go out and buy another G36. Oh look, like it's just another one. And quite frankly, I wasn't really wanting to go out and buy an MCX. Those things cost fucking tons, and I wasn't really looking to spend basically what I spent on all of this kit just on one gun. Wasn't in my nature, and that wasn't something I want to do. And there's a lot I need to learn in the community as well. Like obviously, gun, replica, imitation firearm, or RIF, stuff like that. You know, there's things that you need to learn and you need to understand and stuff. And again, I'm still learning, and that's a good part about airsoft is a lot of people guide you in the right direction, and even with the basic information, you have a laugh. That's what matters. So yeah, that was one of the reasons why I kind of turned away from that portion of airsoft, I think. Secondly, it's getting, well, I mean, it's fucking warm in the kit. Like, that vest, everything itself on me, I think the actual armed police stuff weighs an extra, like, 26 kilo. Obviously, you've got real steel mags, you've got obviously real ammunition in them, and so that's understandable. But my kit weighed 16 kilos. Now, obviously plastic BBs as well, so you've got to think of that. It's pretty hefty for what it is. Obviously, I could have run actual plates as well, which would have made it even more weighty. But it was also putting a fucking toll on my back. Wearing that full kit for the day, I felt my shoulders aching, my ribs aching. Now, obviously, most plate carriers, for me at least, aren't going to be 100% the best, because I'm not the smallest guy. I mean, I did like the Condor and XO Gen 2. I think it is an amazing plate carrier, and I will recommend it to anyone, even if it is just like to run around in, like thinking anyway. But I wanted to buy more like a JPC style plate carrier. Not that you can see the JPC straps, because these shoulder pads that I took off the XO Gen 2, because the shoulder straps on here are shit, and they fall down, but that's perfectly fine because I don't really care where they sit. But yeah, again, I would recommend that like plate carrier to anyone, but just because a lot of the kit, especially on firearms units as well, are kept all up top, backs and shit. Oh, like there's not really much room for belt manipulate. I can't really add something to a belt. I can't really do it, and it's a really big pain. So I've kind of organised my belt now into a way that's more tailored for me, and I really do like it. I think it's 100% better than what it was. And yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm just adjusting my belt. So at the moment on my belt, I've got my pistol on my side, I've got my dump pouch on my back, the what's it called, bungee for it, and then I've also got my Raptor shears. That's all that's kept in my belt. I've also got the buckle for my drop leg first aid pouch, which is going to be kept on me at all times and will be staying on my belt. I really like the drop leg function of the drop leg first aid kit. I think it's a brilliant idea. Pistols, I mean, a drop leg pistol is fine, but even just being able to get it off my waist rather than having to go to my thigh immediately is one of those things that I don't like. Now, when sitting down, drawing a holster from a waist is so much harder than obviously just taking off your thigh and be like, you have to kind of reach back, and there are ways to counteract that. Obviously, you can tilt the holster up and then do that, and then you've got a more comfortable one there, but it depends on obviously what you're doing. I'm not planning on sitting down. I'm not a fucking, you know, I don't want to be a chair warrior. But still, there's a lot of things that I need to do in Airsoft to kind of get over it. But yeah, so I think, again, just kind of wanted to change. Call sign changed because why not? It's more of a new era, I suppose. Also, I had the patches, which are on my other shirt, I believe. Not that I can find it, but the other patches and the new call sign, Charlie Tango 01. A place literally cocked up my thing, and I went, fuck it, I don't want to do too much of a different call sign that it's changing everything. But at the same time, I wanted to kind of make it more kind of like, it's my own little thing. And obviously being 04 would kind of make it seem like there's someone else, or like there's more people involved, and there's not. And so I think 01 kind of made sense, and it's just my little call sign that I can run, and I can do whatever I really want to with it. And I think that is one of my favourite parts of Airsoft. Do what you want, really, and do what you kind of feels best. And yeah, that's where it is. Now, I apologise that it's not going to look the best on YouTube, and I've been sat here talking for a while, but I think it's just something I wanted to kind of tell and get off my chest in terms of being like, look, this is what's happening now, I suppose, and I'm not afraid to say I'm changing, but at the same time, I'm not changing it because, well, I mean, I partially am, but I'm not changing it mainly because of this issue. I'm changing it because I've got so many new things that I can discover now with my UCARA license that it's just opened a new window, and I don't really want to be getting the same style of firearms, or sorry, realistic imitation firearms all the time. So that's also it. Police in the UK don't use M4, and or M4s, should I say, and I really don't want to go with the US police route. I'll have to, you know, go track down someone and beat them, and then tase them, and then pop them in the back of the head with a BB. But, you know, that's a story for another day. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, drop a like on it. It would be really appreciated. And again, if there's anything you want to see or ask or anything like that, more than welcome to ask. Alright, thank you guys. Bye-bye.